like. Make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And there's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Well, if you're ever going to try to fake punt, this would seem to be the place to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you got to make sure you throw it to your guys and not the other team. But yes, in this spot on the field, only needing a few yards for a first, I think that decision was okay and spot on. Problem was the execution. It was not.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. A nice little juke. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Now watch one. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big game there for the Bills.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Come on, D. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm here on the road.
Allen off the play fake. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they will stop him short and get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen.
I'm well aware this is not basketball, but this feels like full court pressure. Never getting out of that the entire time. Just stay on top of them. With that lead, go ahead and fake it and continue to try and build on it.
Yeah, first half, as you said, you've got that lead, but they want a bigger cushion here. They're hitting the gas pedal hard. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first down throw for Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 45 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
45, Mike, 45. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 45.
To throw, it's Allen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here, the 32. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back to it after the pick six. Mariota.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Working with a 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Rolling to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half. No quit in him.
Zero.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Falcons send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
That's caught by Howard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 2nd and very short, Allen. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Now a 2nd down and 6.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it
Singletary again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. To the air, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Bills have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mariota. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the give, this is Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Going with a big fullback. Wow. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now it's Crowder. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that. If they were going to have a chance, it was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Allen going to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They run here with Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Throwing now is Allen. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play action now. Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards remain for second down. Now Mariota steps away. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Mariota's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't know no better.
Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
3 down. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Is that?
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
Oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think